When we had last left Team Bald, they wrapped up exploring the upper echelons of Moonrise Towers, at least the echelons which they could reach without potentially being caught. It was there that they uncovered Balthazar's weird, super twisted testing room where a whole bunch of tadpoles were in a big old goblet chalice, and there was a nasty table, as well as books that shot out zombies and poison farts and maybe spikes on floor. Lightning, too. Well, actually, the lightning was what shot zombies. Zombies shot out of lightning out of books. Then they found themselves in an audience with none other than Ketheric Thorm, supposedly the source of all of their, bad times. So the source of all evil in the land. All evil originated from this one old bastard. And what did he do? He was being kind of old, but powerful at the same time. He was tired, but strong and terrifying. And also indirectly killed 3 gobos. Which Team Bald actually directly killed. They actually directly did that. Poor gobos. But now it was time to continue looking around because Ketheric, effed off for bedtime or something. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. Let me unhide all of that. There we are. Great. Okay. Let's see here. Should we do a proper check-in with everybody? Do you think anyone has anything to say?
Darling?
Oh my. Oh, hey, we can ask about the friend in Avernus. So, you had a friend in Avernus. You never said.
You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
She gave you a note. What did it say? Unfortunately, a leopard can't change its spots. Pity. Sounds like she meant something to you in whatever small way. You do have real friends now. Me, for one. She gave you a note. What did it say?
Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious.
When did this happen? Am I tripping? When did this happen? When did the note go on? Okay. Well, it's a pity. It sounds like she meant something to you in whatever small way.
I guess she did. Much as it makes me want to puke to admit it. Devils, you know. Fucking devils. They really screw with you, don't they?
Okay, Shadowheart, any update?
Shah's blessings upon you.
Oh. So it seems Ketheric Thorm did all he did for his daughter Isabel. Almost understandable. I want to talk about all that's happened to us. We should journey separately for now. I'll see you whenever we camp. Should we be talking to Ketheric again before we do the... Yeah, I feel like we should. All right. Let's see.
One day I'll catch a break.
We'll check in with the party after this. Adept Nola?
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Z'rell.
Okay. Well, how about over here? Actually, let's talk to you again. Anything else?
Hey?
Hey? Okay. Let's see, over here. Zealot Munish or Munish.
An honor, true soul.
Well, you're a lot nicer than the other one.
I won't keep you, true soul. Always her work to be done.
I find it interesting that already we have found 2 half-orcs here, it seems.
The reaction failed.
Scrying eye.
Lifeless eye stares at you.
Okay. I'd be curious if... How much, like, bigotry and racism do half-orcs face? I would assume a lot. I would... I'm just going to go on a limb and say that they're the subject of a lot of bigotry. And I have to wonder, is it possible that given the opportunity, right, no matter how, like, terrible and, like, fascistic the cult of the Absolute may be, or, like, how horrible their end goal may be, did they just glom onto whatever was willing to accept them? I wonder? Like, obviously no people are a monolith, but, like, with regards to, like, a majority, you know? I'm very curious about that. Or is it just purely happenstance? Just as well, amid the Absolute's ranks here, have we even seen a single tiefling so far? Is that relevant? Right? I don't think we have. We've actually seen a shocking amount of, like, halflings and gnomes. But I don't think we've seen but a single tiefling. Right? I wonder if that's important. Have we seen any Githyanki?
Where do you hail from?
I wonder if there not being tieflings is actually incredibly relevant. Right? Is that... Have we seen any that are tieflings? I don't know that we have. God, I'm trying to think. Even in just the tower here, you know, we've seen all kinds. But not a single tiefling. Huh. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Zealot Fala, or Fala.
You'll find traders in the entrance hall. Absolute draws coin as well as pilgrims, eh?
Anything else?
In her name. Her design.
Okay. Over here. Zealot Niram, or Niram.
Good luck, true soul. The disciple demands much of those who serve her.
Anything else?
In her name.
In her name. Oh, the eyeball just passes right through. Okay. Well, I guess we will talk to Disciples Rel. Hello there.
General Thorm's prayers and
Whoa.
preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Rhodesia?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul.
Is that
The
Mig?
goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No. Better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Tongues of psychic flame lap at the memory of the goblins dying by your hand.
I see you like to handle underlings physically. So do I.
Oh. Oh my. So, am I your subordinate then? I think I might be. Got any more for me to punish? Sounds like being your underling would be quite enjoyable. A waste of my time. I didn't come here to clean up other people's mistakes. We should definitely make use of this, right? Obviously this is just, we're being very tactical, right? This is a huge tactical decision, right? We're going so deep on tactics right now, right? This is going to get us so deep inside of absolute territory, right? They're not going to suspect anything. Sounds like being your underling would be quite enjoyable. Disciples Rel.
For a while, but I get bored of people awfully quickly. Let's
Oh,
see
no.
if you can hold my interest.
She parts the folds of your mind again.
Oh, God.
Touching your wants and hopes.
Oh, God.
Tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palate. But there is purpose to her exploration.
Uh-oh.
She is searching for proof of your faith.
Oh, God. Persuasion. Distract her with thoughts of your aching for Karlak. Can I be so horny that she can't detect that I'm a fake, that I'm a fraud? Can the power of being ridiculously horny save me here? Distract her with thoughts of your romantic desires. Fake it. Fill your mind with love for the absolute. Distract her by drawing her toward your hunger for power. Overwhelm her by unleashing a wave of hatred as you prepare to attack. Oh my god. Which one should I go for? Which one should I go for? God. Distract her with your thoughts, of your aching for Karlach. I feel like that would annoy her too, right? Are the romantic desires of her, or are they just in general, right? Is it just like, God, I'm sorry, I'm horny. Is that also going to be like immediately like one of the solutions to the absolute problem, like literally being like love? Is it literally going to be one of the answers to defeating its terrible power, is being in love? Surely not. God, what if it were though? Man, I'm definitely way better at deception. Okay, I gotta go with this. I gotta go with distract her with thoughts of your romantic desires. How tough is this? Oh, it's not too tough. Come on. Voice of the circle, give me that. Guidance, give me that. Oh shit, I can only get one or the other. Which one do I prefer? Oh dear. Let's go with voice of the circle. Fuck it. Oh fuck! Oh no! Do I want to burn inspo here? I think I do, because this is pretty fun, right? Alright. I'm willing to do it. Oh my god, again! Okay. Come on. Oh, thank God. I thought we were about to get have similar results. Okay.
I see you've been rejected in the past. Do not worry. The Absolute loves you, and that is all that truly matters. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted.
Show me the power she gave you. Good for you. How do I get what I want? Everything? What exactly do you want? Should I keep flirting with her? Is this, can I seduce her? Can I seduce her? And like have that be an in? Is Karlach gonna get mad if I seduce her? If I just seduce Disciple Zrel? Zrel. Show me the power she gave you.
Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again?
Just don't do it on me.
She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought.
Don't do it to me. Oh, God. Was that Mig? No, I liked Mig.
But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
I live to serve. What do I need to do? Oh, do you? Well, it so happens that I have a price. And why should I serve General Thorm? Is it true that General Thorm is invulnerable? Can we get money out of this? I feel like that's very in character for me, right? To also try to get money here. Can I double dip? Can I get a little information and get a little pocket change? Oh, do you? Well, it so happens that I have a price.
You feel her presence in your head again. She grips your mind, squeezing until your vision blurs with pain.
The Absolute's blessings have far greater value than any price you could name. Be wise. obey.
Okay, sorry. What do I need to do? Or attack? All right, yeah, sorry about that. What do I need to do?
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home.
Oh, you lost contact with him, huh? Cool. I already met Balthazar. God, I hope she doesn't read my mind that I met Balthazar and killed him. Understood. I'm ready to head out. What if Balthazar's dead? What exactly was this relic he was sent to retrieve? You said you lost contact. What do you mean? What do you mean you lost contact with Balthazar? What do you mean, Disciple Zrel? What does that mean?
And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise.
Oh dear.
Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry.
Oh yeah, the shadows. Of course, Disciple Zrel. The shadow curse. I'm sure it claimed many an eye of the Absolute. Many a scrying eye fell to that damnable shadow curse. Some people I've heard thought that we were behind the shadow curse, but obviously that's not the case, because otherwise why would the eyes be taken? I already met Balthazar. Understood, I'm ready to head out. What if Balthazar's dead? What was this relic he was sent to retrieve? What was the relic?
It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
Really? I love how how very not subtle she was when she just got anxious. Right? Like, I don't know. BG3 has been pretty good about, like, very subtle emoting from characters. Like, just look at me right here, being a little, like, self-assured, being a little cocky, being a little fucking roguish, right? A little roguish, a little rakish. Very, very subtle way of expressing emotion, but I feel like, you know, we went full on, like, L.A. Noire there with that wisdom check. Okay, persuasion. Talking of this relic makes you anxious. Why is that? Ooh, another tough one. Oh my gosh, I got exactly what I needed.
I am in awe of the power the relic must hold to be of such importance. General Thorm will not leave Moonrise without it.
The relic is vital to Ketheric's plans. You should be giving me more support. Shouldn't you be giving me more support if it's so vital?
Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share my secret stash with you.
Ooh, the secret stash. Ooh. Okay, by the way, what if Balthazar's dead? Just, you know, just wondering. Just, you know, not that he would be, just as a joke, you know. I mean, Shadow Curse and everything, right? It's dangerous out there. It's dangerous to go alone. You know what they say. What if Balthazar's dead?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long.
Oh, really?
But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters.
What does that mean? So if something killed him, he would come back? Hang on, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Okay, sure, understood. I'm ready to head out. Can I trade with you real fast, by the way? You have a scroll of shatter and a scroll of fear and a bone. Well, that's remarkably fitting for you, Disciple Zrel. Okay, well, I'm ready to head out.
The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers.
Oh, of course, I'll do exactly that.
The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
Oh, I would never think to go snooping in, prying into his secrets. His room key, thank you so much. Okay. I don't know what all just happened there. I got a whole bunch of... I got inspiration. Know thy clientele. Instigate Zrel into showing off her gifts from the Absolute. Oh, by being a charlatan. Wow, I got inspo from that? Cool. I love it. Okay. Let's see, can I scroll on up here? Put that in our key ring. Great. Sort by type here. Good. Okay, so is Ketheric off limits now? Like, for real? Ooh. Taking the groves off the table. I do kind of love the sort of... Like, obviously, just as far as, like, spectacle is concerned, there was a lot of spectacle in meeting Ketheric Thorm after all of the build-up, you know? And, of course, you know, the stunt casting helps as well. That makes it very fun and fantastical. But, just as well, he isn't quite... Right? He is both simultaneously meeting expectations and also coming kind of under the bar. And... Not in a sense that, like, oh, they failed to deliver on the build-up, but more so, they have deliberately subverted expectations, right? When we met Ketheric Thorm, we meet him sitting down, right? This fearsome warrior, undying, known for his charisma, able to rally all kinds of people together for his cause. Whether it be better way back when, or now more what would you say, more horrible, more more malefic, more malcontent causes. But we didn't really get to see any of that. What we saw was kind of a tired man, right? We saw kind of a tired man, a man who is stuck in the doldrums, the day-to-day of managing this, and who is somewhat disinterested. Powerful, right? Powerful, no doubt, right? They made sure to get that through. But also kind of bored, maybe? Maybe that's the wrong word, but certainly, like, worn out, right? He's sitting down. He's powerful, but he doesn't really give a shit. He's willing to let them strike and be like, what does it matter, right? Let the goblins strike him multiple times, multiple otherwise fatal blows. He has lost, sure enough, he is like some sort of undead being, but he has lost some sort of like fire, right? Some sort of like will to live, will to go on. You know, he is driven by something else, by maybe like a duty or whatever, I don't know. But very fascinating, his degree of like disinterest. You know, his degree of standoffishness, of being present yet not at the same time, right? Despite being this otherwise, you know, this character that we have heard should be incredibly charismatic, should be like very much like Carpe Diem, you know, seizing the day, as it were, right? This sort of legendary, practically fabled general, you know? And yet, not quite up to that standard. Still fearsome, but not quite up to that standard. Vulnerable, right? You can see, ironically, you can see the humanity almost, right? Or maybe even inhumanity. Okay. But like I said, a very fascinating distinction juxtaposed to the build-up, you know? Very fascinating where they decide to reinforce, like, yeah, he is really powerful, but also, in this way, he's perhaps changed, even more so, right? Not quite what you were expecting. All right. Taking the groves off the table. Let's see, read this. Dictated to Scribe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Druids, meddling and meddlesome. I have a history with them that makes me wary of underestimating them. They will certainly not welcome the rise of the Absolute in their vicinity, and could become significant obstacles if we don't find a way to take them out of play. I speak here, for starters, of the Emerald Grove, and of the Cloakwood Circle. The Cloakwood Circle? Who's that? They cannot easily be defeated without a significant diversion of resources, but they can, perhaps, be neutralized from within. Druids, by their very nature, do not smile, Yanthus. Value, by their very nature, oh, I see. Do not smile, Yanthus. Value the balance of natural forces over the welfare of humanity in general. And in the extreme, this is expressed by the faction historically known as the Shadow Druids, who favor complete separation of the circles from what they regard as the ills of civilization. We shall identify the current leaders of the Shadow Druids, cultivate them with gifts while intimidating them with threats, and encourage them to see that the wisest and most prudent course is for the Druid circles to stand neutral as the army of the Absolute marches on the blighted cities of the civilized. Disciples Rel shall select an appropriate agent to parley with the Shadow Druid leaders. Eventually all shall be infected with tadpoles.
No time to rest.
Can I take that? I can. Alright. A lot of these things here I can surprisingly take. Good. Let's check the desk. Another ink pot. Orcs of the Trielta Hills. Oh, this might explain the half-orc situation. The recent dismemberment of Agent Moss, True Soul 26, by Lord Harad's guards at the Ringfork Stronghold is a clear indication that our strategy for co-opting the orcs of the Trielta Hills needs to be adjusted. Sending a herald to talk was regarded as evidence of weakness, so we must assume an attitude of dominance in our next attempt. The true soul among us who best understands orcish customs is undoubtedly Sir Yax of Scornubel. Scornubel? He shall be sent, backed up by a pair of ogres, to deliver a direct personal challenge to Lord Harad, using as an excuse the dismemberment of Moss. Yax is to defeat Harad, and then force him to swear fealty to the Absolute. And in return, we shall back Harad in the conquest and alliance of the other two Trielta tribes. Inform Sir Yax as soon as he returns from the Werewoods. Disciples Rel, on the behalf of General Ketheric, the Werewoods. Very curious if we'll get into stuff like that. Werewolves and the like. Examine. Enticing smell of paper and ink. Same as usual. Free to take, though. Surprisingly.
I'll take that.
What of you, Adept Mola?
You're not the first to brave the dark for the Absolute. The war camps are full to bursting.
Another half-orc.
Step wise around the Disciple. I've seen her do some dark things in this room.
And Zealot Rilvith.
Very well.
Rilveth.
No feuding under this roof, true soul. We're all one under the Absolute. More's the pity. I'd stick to your own provisions. They've got gnolls working the kitchens here.
I love that. Just following the like, oh, there'd be no fighting. We're all one under the Absolute. Also, I'm a little fucked up. I'm a little racist against the gnolls. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. I'll take those quills. And pot and quill, I'll take that too. Recruiting gnolls. Let's give this a read. Though gnolls verge upon being brute beasts who cannot follow orders couched in even the simplest terms, they can fulfill one important role in an army such as the one we are building, that of Vanguard shock troops. Howling Knoll berserkers can be sent ahead in frontal assault to absorb defenders' spells and missile volleys, exhausting our enemy's ammunition before the arrival of the organized phalanxes of our less savage troops. Accordingly, Ragzalin's Hobgoblin Rangers are hereby detached to the wilderness to track down Knoll war packs, capture each pack's flinned leader, and bring them back in good condition to Moonrise Towers for tadpoling. The Flins can then be returned to their war packs, where we can count on the rank and file to follow the orders of their leaders, who will then be loyal to the Absolute. 6 such packs should meet our needs. See to it. Disciple Zrel on behalf of General Ketheric. Oh, and this explains the presence of the Knolls. I love that they have a little something for everybody. Can I fix this stool? There we go. Anything here? Row of books. Nothing inside. Seems like that's it. Yep, seems to be the case. Okay, let's head on up. Hang on, can I sit in the throne? Will they get mad if I do that? Hang on. Look, I quick save just in case they get mad. If they immediately attack, I'll load. I bet they won't get mad.
From this seat, Ketheric defied gods and raised an army for the Absolute. It is not particularly comfortable.
Okay.
Evil overlordship isn't your look.
Aw, thank you. Okay. Is that something that Karlach always says, or is that just because I'm romancing her? And like, if you're traveling with your current, like, chosen romance partner, they will comment on that too. Okay. I assume it's safe to go up here. Anything here? Ah. Funny that we're back on the first floor. I like how they have these like stained glass, I don't know, windows of the tower you're literally inside of. Right? just in case you didn't know. Okay. Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough as well. You know, in plenty of places of worship, they have like the deities that you're there to worship. You know, just in case you forgot who you're there for. Right? Both real and fictional. Right? Okay. Anything over here? Necromite? What? Oh, you got a little eye patch. Hey, aren't you a character in Divinity Original Sin 2? The ever-popular undead character? Oh no. Oh, okay. Thank goodness it wasn't Mig. Poor Gloric, though. Died in quite the fucking fabulous way. Why is her death pose so fucking, like, wild? Okay, she's like doing ballet. Okay, library's over here. Oh, there's Zrel. Okay. Any of these doors we haven't been in? Yeah, right over here. Can I go in this? Oh, it's... I can't, actually. Maybe that's where Ketheric chills. Who is this? Radija, Mistress of Souls. Wielding a flail. Grave magic. Whenever you deal damage with a spell, deal an additional 1d8 necrotic. Wow, how do you have that? And how do I get that on my friend Will? Her, like, robe is extremely cool looking. It's less a robe and more like a coat. Okay. Necromite. Do you all speak? What are you all? Level 3 skeleton. Armor of Agathis silenced. Huh. Vulnerable to bludgeoning, I guess because it's a skeleton, you know. Sure. Do you... I guess you can't speak. What happens if I try to talk to you?
Wide, gaping sockets that see nothing. And still they seem to watch you. You think you hear a whisper, but perhaps it was just wind drafting through a dull and empty thing.
Ooh, I love them being described as dull and empty things. Creek. Oh, okay. Will this one have something different? No, okay. How about you, Radisha?
It is not your time yet, Blessed One.
What do you mean?
The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
I've heard that those lucky few come back changed. Let me pass. I'm a true soul. And how is one chosen to ascend? How is one chosen?
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Wisdom. Prove you are ready. Reach out for her tadpole. And if I choose to go anyway, will you stop me? What's with the skeletons? Does the Absolute dabble in necromancy now? Leave. What's with the skeletons?
Her design does not end at the grave, Blessed One. You will serve, whether you ascend or fall, and I find use for even the fallen. I hope that is some comfort to you.
Do you have anything else to say?
I have my duties, true soul. I'm sure Disciples Rel has given you yours.
Okay. Glory of the Absolute. I cannot take that, but I can seemingly read it. I'm going to quick save just in case. Now come we, in reverence before the Absolute and her true souls, rejoicing in the three glories of belonging, and reveling in the requital for deeds duly done in the Absolute's name. Glory the first is our purpose, filling us with determination to bring to all mortals the joy of reverence of the Absolute. Glory the second is our obedience, the bliss of knowing that we exalt ourselves when we surrender our wills to the Absolute's commands. Glory the third is our dominion, for obedience to the Absolute places us above other mortals, and it is righteous to command them. And when through our obedience we have achieved dominion, the Absolute grants us permission for requital, revelry without restraint to express our joy and pride in the Absolute service. Okay. Gloric. Zrel's personal reminder. Read. Balthazar has sent neither word nor notice. Wherever he's gone is a mystery. Needs someone to investigate his chambers, but no doubt he's rigged the thing to high hells. Perhaps hobgoblins. Okay. Sure. Well, can we look around this person's library, Zrel's place? Is there anywhere else I need to check? Or can check now? I guess I could go out here. Oh hey, there's some sort of like undead dog here. Inside of Ketheric's room. Well, very fortunate for us that we decided to sneak in when we did. Okay. Let's go into Zrel's chamber. landscape here. I can actually take it. I think. I'm gonna quick save just in case. It's not lit up red. Got an ink pot. Row of books here, nothing. Wooden desk. Adding these to wares as well. Over here, another ink pot. Anything else? Nope. Folding screen, more books upon the floor. A candle, can flick it on. Row of books.
What's
Nothing
hiding
there.
here?
Wooden desk, another ink pot. Little encumbered with bullshit. Let's send these to Shadowheart. And these to Karlach. There we go. How about this table? Another ink pot and quills separated. This one paired. Nothing else there. Wicker basket. Disgusting carrot. Okay, can I check these high rows of books? No. Oh, this one I can. The leadership of the Zentarim, or Zentarim. A battered manuscript, inconsistent in color and construction. The content appears to be following up on a previous material. Let's read it. Have I read this before? I don't think so. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext, Rebound, by... Oh, how do you say this name? I learned how to say this name when playing Bloodborne, because there's a somewhat important character with this name, but I've now immediately forgotten. Oh, I cannot remember. Isfa, something like that. Shifa. Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denair for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. Despite their protestation to the contrary, it takes no keen eye to see echoes of Bainite philosophy in modern Zentarim practice, a strict militaristic hierarchy where all power flows from the top. Who occupies that position today is a matter of some speculation, for the Black Network's leadership was thought destroyed, along with their headquarters at Zentil Keep in 1383 Dale Reckoning. In the following decades, however, a new base of power began to consolidate at the fortress of Darkhold, far to the south. At its center stands the Paraghost, an enigmatic armored figure to whom the Zentarim's rebirth is almost single-handedly attributed. Whoever their leader, it is clear that this new Zentarim have not abandoned plans for domination so much as recalculated their approach. Where once their focus was on the subversion and conquest of nations, the network of today is much more concerned with establishing their stranglehold on the market, a power which crosses borders that are closed to more conventional forces. Okay. Sending that to camp.
Never a dull moment.
I was surprised there was actually a readable book there. Oh, Scroll of Darkness. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 4, The Risen Road. Sending that to Karlach. I think we have read that before. Absolute Outfit. Okay, adding to wares here. Tiger Mist. Take that. A little gift. Examine. A plain, unadorned note. Let's read it. Marcus, I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are, and I trust you shall make good use of them. You have a golden opportunity to please the General. Do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor has proven difficult since the harvesting, but if I am afforded the opportunity, I shall pass along your gratitude. B. I mean, definitely Balthazar, but who is Marcus? Am I familiar with them? I don't think so. Nothing in there. More books. Beheading the bitter roots. I think that's new. The Grimforge region is an important choke point, as it controls access to Moonrise Towers via the Underdark. But Grimforge is occupied by the Dwagar Bitterroot clan. Though not numerous, these Dwagar are a band of tough combatants, and could prove inconvenient obstacles should we need to move military assets quickly through the region. These Dwagar must be neutralized. Accordingly, let a team of Orin's crack doppelganger assassins be assigned the task of killing King Guerdon, the monarch of the Bitterroot clan. After the assassination, the team is to gather Guerdon's head, and especially his crown, before ensuring that both are hurled into the fathomless depths. The Bitterroots, unable to crown a new king, will fracture into quarreling subclans, the leaders of which can one by one be tadpoled. Disciple Zrel on the behalf of General Ketheric. So there are doppelgangers present. We may yet run into one. Going to send that to camp. Okay. Anything here? Nope. Definitely want to go out here and chat with this person sitting down. Or these two persons, even. Okay. Sturdy door. Which goes to Balthazar's chambers, which we may have the key for. Stack of books. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. A map of Baldur's Gate depicting Upper City, Lower City, and Outer City. Okay, we've read this. Missive from Ketheric. Oh, I can't even read this. It's illegal to read this? Okay.
Just out of view.
Gortash, the tone of your recent letter is inappropriate. You may follow the Lord of Tyranny, but I do not answer to him or to you. It isn't the fault of any of the Chosen that the artifact has gone astray. Unforeseen events occurred, as they always do. I acknowledge your planning, mastery, and brilliance of mind, but you lack the depth of experience that brings patience and composure. The artifact will be found. Our enemies will be thwarted. We will prevail. Now show us that you are reliable as well as brilliant. General Ketheric Thorm. Okay. No word from Balthazar. Also not allowed to read that. And there's no way I can get away with that one. Okay.
Time to press ahead.
Let's see. Disciple Zrel.
The tower doesn't stink like an overstuffed cemetery. Which means Balthazar hasn't returned. So why are you here instead of out there looking for him?
I had a few more questions about the mission. Leave. I had a few more questions.
Oh, good. I love answering questions.
Okay. I need an idea of what to do next. What if Balthazar's already dead? Detect thoughts. She became anxious when you asked about the relic. Probe her thoughts. Leave. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I think we already did all this earlier. Okay. Let's head out here. Can I speak with these two? Oh, they're Zealot Benel?
Seen the view out west from the terrace? All those beasts camped under one banner. That's the Absolute's power. The General's power.
Man, your outfit, though, your armor is way more spectacular than any of the others, I think. It's like gilded and trimmed with gold.
We are blessed, True Soul, to stand so close to General Thorm.
Okay. And what about you, Acolyte Dane?
Hey, True Soul. What's the word? Armies gathered outside. The General giving us marching orders.
Keep it to yourself, but the General's advisor is missing. Why, soldier? Why, soldier? Do you have somewhere else to be? The Absolute's plan will unfold in good time. Have faith. Stare her down. Let's sow some seeds here. Keep it to yourself, but the General's advisor is missing.
The Necromancer. The General won't leave one of his own behind. He might be the Absolute's chosen now, but he's still a soldier at heart.
Okay. Anything else?
Hope we get moving soon. Got an army of beasts out there. Don't want them getting bored.
I can take this beer? Yeah. Yoink. Thank you. The Absolute has need of your mug of beer. Okay. Some barrels and crates. Heavy chest. A little bit of money.
Something good here, I hope.
Wooden trunk. Nothing much. Okay. Let's head on down over this way. Good, good, good. Oh dear. There we are. And should I just pop open this door and be like, oh yeah, I'm going through it. Oh yeah, let's look at all of Balthazar's cool stuff. Wow. That's really cool. I'm getting some really good information about where Balthazar might be. God, I bet I'm really gonna find him somewhere cool. Okay. Alright. Mission accomplished. Okay. The ruse has been set and strengthened. Let's continue heading out. We need to talk to the bugbear vendor, right? Who purportedly has something good for me. Okay, down here. Good, good, good. Over this way. Okay. Let's see, got another door here. These all lead to places we're familiar with now? Yeah. Okay, let's go find that vendor for the secret stash. Should be right over here, huh? We get the secret stash and a discount. Let's do a quick save. Oh there, Lantarv.
The Absolute's war drums beat loud in your chest. How may I serve?
Dude loves it. Okay. Zarel said you're to share her private stash with me.
Took a liking to you, did she? Watch yourself. She breaks her toys once she's done with them.
Okay. That all is in the secret stash. Well, here, let's add some wares. Okay. Gloves of the Duelist. Yeah, we'd seen that. Gauntlets of Surging Accuracy. When you use Action Surge, gain a plus 1d4 to attack rolls for the rest of your turn. That's okay, I guess.
Sharp as ever.
Yeah. Attack rolls, though. What would that be? Would that include spell? I don't think so. Made from steel hammered thin. These gauntlets are a fine investment for any warrior. Because this would be great if it works for spells, because then you would have a plus 1d4 bonus. You could get that on a really difficult to pull off spell, you know? But if not, then it kind of sucks because you only have like a 1d4 action roll bonus every now and then, you know? It's very unreliable. You can't like count on it to always be there, so to speak. Okay. Leather armor plus 2, bonus to stealth, 1 to dex saving throws and checks. Half plate armor, medium armor. Dwarven splint mail. Oh, okay. You take 1 less piercing damage. Gain a plus 1 bonus to strength saving throws and checks. Disadvantage on stealth checks. Constitution plus 2, up to 20. Huh. So a little bit more health. Okay. How much armor does this give you? 18. But it also has all these other effects on it. Right? All incoming damage reduced by 2. Melee attack is sent reeling for 3 turns. Yeah, penalty for attack rolls. And no crits against her. Is that worth it for the 2 extra Constitution and 1 extra AC? I don't know that it is. It is pretty good, though. Right? Certainly if we had another heavy armor user, or someone who got extra value out of Constitution, like for instance Karlach, but if she's wearing armor, she doesn't get the bonus from extra Constitution. You know? That's the catch. Short sword plus 2. Render of mind and body. Oh, hang on. What's the flavor text on the Dwarven splint mail? Skilled hands crafted this armor, reinforcing the metal plates while sacrificing none of the flexibility. Okay. And then render of mind and body. The best offense is a struck cognizance. When the wielder attacks with advantage, they deal an additional 1 to 8 psychic damage. Wow. Attack using this weapon? Or just any attack? Because that would be absurdly powerful on will. Right? Like, that seems so powerful, I feel like that couldn't possibly work that way. You know? Because we have this 1 ring on him, to where whenever you attack with advantage, or any attack, he gets advantage on every attack roll. So then if he had like a split attack, to where he dealt like, you know, 2 or even 3 Eldritch Blasts, or even someone else who's like firing off, what do you call them? Magic missiles. Although magic missile is guaranteed to hit, I'm assuming you can still attack with advantage on them. You know, why not? That would be absurd if you got an extra 1 to 8 psychic per attack, you know? That said, I wonder if... Yeah, it must affect only this weapon, right? Because otherwise that's too ridiculous, right? That's too good. It would be absurdly overpowered, and this wouldn't be a green weapon. Because even if it applied to all weapon attacks, you know, like for instance, that one bard spec, where you can effectively do a multi-target attack or whatever, or even using like certain arrows, if that also procced on multiple targets, or multiple times on the same target, 1 to 8 psychic, that's absurd. Yeah, there's no way it works that way. Otherwise, that's like a best-in-slot weapon right there, just on account of 1 to 8. Because most of those effects that add extra damage, like for instance, Karlach's gloves, it's 1 to 4, you know? There's no shot. There's no way it works that way. Okay. Anything else here of interest to us? I don't think so. I think really the only new things are the gloves and the chest piece and that sword. Maybe one of these, like the short sword or whatever. Maybe. A common and effective sword carried by adventurers, thieves, and watchmen alike. And it's a blue glowing short sword. Very Lord of the Rings-esque, huh? Okay. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should look up render of mind and body. Maybe I should look that up. Because if it did work, like, why would I use another weapon on Will? You know, I would just swap out the spell sparkler immediately. Because all the crit damage in the world wouldn't make up for like 1 to 8 per blast. That's too good.
Slaughter well, true soul.
Alright, well, I suppose that ought to do it for now. I think when next we return, maybe we go back down to the prison area. You know? I think that's what we do. Right, do I have anything else here? Rescue Wulbren, find the Night Song, rescue the Grand Duke. Okay. We don't know for certain where exactly the Grand Duke was taken here, though. You'd think that we would have found him by now. I think we just go in for the rescue now. God, what if he's already been added to the nasty shit below? Right? And we know a little bit about Zevlor being involved here, too. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go downstairs to the one level, and we will free Wulbren and the Tieflings. We'll rescue them. And then we'll jump down that nightmare hole, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll find Zevlor or Raven Guard down there. I have no idea.
Sister,
right?
pray with
That's
me
our
while we wait.
really the only lead we have otherwise. Yeah. All right. Until next time, please take care of each other.